Penguin Random House Audio presents Cackle by Rachel Harrison. Read for you by Dylan Moore. For you, your real magic. Fortune. The sky is a strange color.
What the fuck? Hello and welcome to Winterween Day 1. I just finished work and as you saw earlier, I started Cackle by Rachel Harrison. I got about 30% of the way into the audiobook and I'm really loving it so far. I knew I would. It's Rachel Harrison. I love her books. Love the way she writes main characters. They're so funny and messy and just relatable women. Cackle is about our main character Annie, who just broke up with her long-term boyfriend and moved from New York City to a small town in upstate New York. We did meet Sophie pretty early on in the book. I think Sophie's our witch character. Hoping this is a sapphic book. I don't think it is, or at least I haven't read that it is. I'm obsessed with Sophie. I am so in love with this woman. Like, if I was Annie moving into this small town and a woman like Sophie was giving me all of this attention, it'd be over. I don't even care if she's the witch. Like, okay. And like the scene in the wine shop where we first meet Sophie. So my plan for the rest of the day is I have some errands to run. I have to get groceries. I think we're gonna order dinner, and then Drag Race is on tonight. So I'm not sure how much more reading I'm going to get done. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook while I run around, and then I'll try to start my first physical read when we get home later. Hello and happy day 2 of Winterween. Haven't read too much today. I've spent today editing and uploading my first ever video. So that's all set now. And then I have been listening to a little bit of Cackle. I'm 50% of the way in now, and we have confirmation of who the witch is, and I'm starting not to trust her. So I have a bad feeling that something is going to happen to our main character, Annie, but we will see. Other than that, I really need to clean up my office, which is why we're in here. So I am going to work on that and continue listening to Cackle. I'm still working on cleaning and reorganizing my office, but I had to take a break and check in with you because I just got to the 75% mark of Cackle. Oh my God, I'm so obsessed. This is the coziest, cutest horror book I've ever read about female friendship and self-love and getting over a breakup, and it's everything. It is so cute. Cackle cured my arachnophobia. I forgot how much this book had to do with spiders, and there were a few scenes in the beginning where I was gagging. Rachel Harrison writes body horror so good. I love it. Did not love the spider parts, but now our main character has a little spider friend that is the cutest thing. I say this knowing full well, if this thing came towards me in real life, I would be running and screaming. But the way Rachel Harrison is describing it is the cutest thing. I had to document this momentous occasion because my Dunkin' is open again. It has literally been closed for 2 years.
Dead of Winter. Written by Darcy Coates. Narrated by Emily Ellett. 1. Snow in my mouth, in my nose, burning my eyes as winds buffet me about like a scrap of cloth tangled on the mountainside.
Hello and welcome to day 3 of my Winterween. Editing Alexis popping in to say, I am so sorry for this atrocious blurry footage. This is just your sign to make sure you check that everything was in focus because I clearly didn't. I'm not going to make you look at my blurry face this whole time, so please enjoy this video of my cat Onyx making biscuits. But anyways, I was really just saying that Cackle was, of course, 5 stars. Really loved the female friendship aspect. Really loved the message that you don't need a romantic partner to be a whole person. Friendship relationships are just as important. I really love the way that Rachel Harrison perfectly shows what it's like to go through a breakup and kind of find yourself again because you don't know who you are without this person you've spent so long with. Good morning! Happy Monday and day 4 of Winterween. So far I am really enjoying Dead of Winter. I didn't want to stop listening last night and go to bed. So I've made it 33% of the way in. So far in Dead of Winter, we are following our main character Krista and her boyfriend Kiernan. They have decided to go on a little couples trip to a ski lodge, I think, in the Rocky Mountains, and a snowstorm hits, but they still decide to go because they think it won't be as busy. Meet our small group of people. They're on a tour bus heading out to the lodge when the storm hits and the bus can no longer make it down the road. So they end up leaving the bus and start walking to the lodge. It ends up being farther than they anticipate, and they end up finding a little hunting cabin to spend the night in and wait out rescue to get them to the lodge. On the walk to the cabin with the group, Krista and Kiernan end up getting separated, and that's kind of our opening into this book, this action scene of Krista stumbling through the snow, and she actually ends up being separated from Kiernan and finds this hunting cabin that the rest of the group has made it to, but Kiernan does not show up. Right now, we're really just dealing with where is Kiernan. Krista keeps wanting to leave to go find him, and everybody else in the group is like, no, you'll die out there. It's a blizzard, it's a snowstorm, it's too cold. He's lost in the wilderness. They don't want her to go out searching for him because she's just gonna end up lost too, and they're waiting for rescue at this hunting lodge. First and second death reveals so far. The first one, so brutal. It was so well done, so unexpected. The imagery, oh my God, I loved it. The second one was a little predictable. She didn't do anything new with it. Part where Krista and a few other people are going to venture out of the cabin and find a way to find help. So I'm sure we're coming up on some brutal scenes. I do have some theories about who the killer could be, but every minute I listen to, I'm just changing my mind because I really can't figure it out. There is a character named Alexis, and she's a little suspicious, so I don't know if I want her to be the killer just because we share a name. I'm gonna get back to work, but I will check in with you later when I have read some more. My Kindle was just delivered. Day 5 of Winterween, and I need to get my shit together. I have finished one book so far. One book. I am sitting down. I am putting on the audiobook for Dead of Winter. I have about an hour left. We're getting into all the reveals. Things are happening. I am finishing that. I'm not moving till I finish it. And I'm going to be planning out my trip to New York City this weekend because I'm trying to finalize everything that we're doing, trying to squeeze everything I can into 2 days. So, okay, that's the plan. I will check in with you when I'm done. Finished Dead of Winter. I'm gonna take some time to think about it. I'm thinking either a 4 or a 4.5 star. I definitely predicted the ending, like at the very beginning of the book, but I liked it still. It's the ending I wanted and thought would be the best. welcome to the last day of Winterween. I am failing horribly at the Winterween challenges this year. Work has just been so incredibly busy, plus trying to do this whole vlogging YouTuber thing for the first time, but that's okay. We're going to have a great day and finish 4 books. I think I have to finish 4 books. It's fine. We'll do what we can. Main goal right now, I'm working until 5. I'm going to try to listen to the audiobook for The Laws of the Skies by Grégoire Courteau. I started it last night, listened to it a little bit while I was at the gym. I'm 19% of the way in right now, and it's been a little slow. I'm kind of waiting for us to get into the action and the murders and such for a book that is so short. I think it's like 5 hours. I really expected it to be like from the start, but that's fine. We're gonna keep going with that and see how that goes. I've decided to switch out the prompts and use The Law of the Skies for a book with a W in the title, because there's just no way I'm going to finish Knock Knock Open Wide. I haven't even started it yet, and I have to finish like 4 other books today, so I will still be reading it this month. Look forward to it in a future vlog. Law of the Skies has been compared to The Troop meets Winnie the Pooh. All I know is it's about a bunch of little kids that go on a camping trip and they all die. So a nice, short, scary read. So I'm going to get back to work and get listening to that, and I will check in with you later when I have some thoughts.
Credits. The Laws of the Skies by Grégoire Courteau was translated.
So next up, I am going to sit here and I am not moving until I finish This Is Where We Talk Things Out by Caitlin Marceau. I am 46% of the way into the book, so Kindle says I have about 44 minutes left. I'm home alone right now, so I think I'm gonna turn off the lights and put on a scary ambiance, and I'll check in with you when I'm done. So I just finished This Is Where We Talk Things Out. I don't even know how to feel right now. That was intense. The hatred I have for the main character's mother, Sylvie, I was ready to go through the pages and fight this woman. I'm making dinner right now. Decided I want pancakes, so I'm gonna talk to you about my thoughts while I cook. This book was only like 93 pages, but there was just so much in that. At the beginning of the book, we meet our main character, Miller, and she is kind of estranged from her mother, Sylvie. We don't really know why. We just know that they don't have a good relationship, and at this point, Sylvie's kind of stalking her and not taking no for an answer. She wants back in Miller's life, and she wants to work things out. Miller has finally agreed, like, fine, we can see each other, we can talk, and Sylvie plans this weekend trip to this cabin, because I guess they used to go to this cabin a lot when she was a kid. So right from the start, bad vibes from the mom. And right away, the second she gets in the car with her mother, just criticism. Sylvie is just criticizing everything Miller does. Like every word out of her mouth, criticism. Commenting on her weight, commenting on the fact that she's dating a woman, everything. And as the story goes on, the gaslighting, the abuse, the manipulation just gets worse. I think I'm gonna give it between a 3.5 and a 4 star. I just don't think it was long enough for me to give it 4 stars. Like, I liked it, but I just think it needed a little bit more. I am going to finish cooking. I'm gonna eat my pancakes, and then I have to get on to Taktumi. Friday. Winterween has officially come to an end this year, and I'm ready to wrap things up and see how we did. Let me know below, of course, if you participated. How many books did you read? How did you do? Did you complete all the prompts? I did complete all of the prompts, even though I switched up my TBR a little bit. So for prompt number 1, to read a book in the dark, I originally wanted to read Taktumi. I did read the first 2 stories, but I just didn't have time to finish it. I ended up switching this out with This Is Where We Talk Things Out by Caitlin Marceau. You guys saw that I was home alone and I turned off all the lights and I read this one in the dark with a candle burning and snowy ambiance on the TV. So that was a really fun experience. I ended up giving that one 4 stars. Next prompt, to read a book with a witch on the cover, I read Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This one I gave 5 stars. You guys know how obsessed I am with Rachel Harrison. This book was no different and I loved it. For prompt number 3, read a book with a snowy or winter setting, I read Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. I settled on a 4 star for this one. It was fun. It was an average thriller. I didn't need anything groundbreaking and I had a good time with it. I do think it was really more of a thriller than a horror. So if you're going to read it, just know that going into it. Prompt number 4 was to read a book with purple on the cover. And for this, I used This Is Where We Talk Things Out, but I also could have used Cackle for this, so double check that one off. And prompt number 5, to read a book with a W in the title. I originally wanted to read Knock Knock Open Wide, but again, I ran out of time, so I switched this one out for The Laws of the Skies by Gregoire Courtois. This one 3.5 stars. It was good. It just wasn't great. Such a short book. I think it was like a 6-hour audiobook and a while to get into it, surprisingly. And then once it was into the action, it was just a little unbelievable. I mean, it was a 6-year-old murdering adults and classmates. And like, why couldn't all these kids just team up and take this kid down? But whatever. I did really, really like the ending scene. That was gruesome and good ending. So that is it for Winterween 2024. These are my absolute favorite readathons to participate in, so you know I'm already excited for Summerween. Thank you for watching. I hope you read a good book today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.